What's going on, good people of YouTube? Blue Light Bandit here today, and today I'm going to be telling you why you need to mod your new grease gun or old grease gun. For me, it was a new one that I had bought. I bought this at the Home Depot. I think it was around $40. Don't really remember. It looks really nice, and I was like, how can you go wrong? I mean, it's a grease gun, and it looks well built. Well, once I got home and I used it, right off the bat, the hose is too short. They should have put a longer hose on that, in my opinion, because it was kind of a pain in the rear greasing what I was greasing, which was the mowing deck on my lawnmower. Another thing that I did not like was this coupler. The way it works is you loosen it by turning it counterclockwise, and you stick it on your Zerk fitting. You can tighten it up. The problem with that is once you get to working, greasing, doing whatever, grease gets on the outside of this. Either it starts coming out at the Zerk fitting, or it'll leak here. But eventually you're probably going to get grease on this. And then once it's on tight on that Zerk fitting, especially if it's in a hard to reach place, this, let's just say I invented a few new words the other day when I was trying to take this off the Zerk fitting. So after doing a little bit of research, first thing I done was I bought a large or longer hose, and this one is made in Germany, good quality. Can't really go wrong there. But the thing that I'm really excited about is this dude right here. It's made by Lockand Lube. This is not a paid video. It has a 10,000 psi rating. It's made in, what was it? I think it said South Africa, if I'm not mistaken, which I thought, yep, made in South Africa, which I thought was interesting because I've never seen anything made in South Africa before. But the theory behind this, or the way it works, is you just attach this to your, replace your coupler on your hose, attach this to it, and there's no more messing around with the coupler. All you have to do is mash this down. The jaws open up. And once you're on your Zerk fitting, you let loose of it and it clamps it down. And there's a rubber O-ring seal in there. They even went as far, I'm assuming if you use this a lot, maybe the seal will go bad or something. But if it does, I can imagine me wearing one out. They even give you a rebuild kit, basically, that has new jaws in it and a new O-ring seal. Basically, you don't have to buy this ever again. If it starts leaking, you can take it apart and rebuild it, and it'll be good as new. I thought that was pretty cool. You don't see that very often. And the other thing I got was this needle fitting to get into really tight places. I know some people use them to poke a hole in their boot, CV boot, or ball joint boot. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that, poking a hole in your boot. I got it mainly for getting into really tight places. And there's this has got a little a check valve down in the ball valve, and this shows you how it works right here. See, that's it. Problem solved. How handy is that? It's a heavy duty spring right here, so it takes a little bit of pressure to pull that back, so it's not just going to pop off. But that's how it works. How awesome is that? So let's put this thing together and try it out. Okay, that didn't take just a couple minutes to install this. Sorry. The manufacturers didn't require Teflon tape to be on the threads, but I went and stuck some on there anyway. It's not going to hurt anything. So that was that. And put some Teflon tape up on the towards the barrel. So this grease gun will last me for the rest of my life, but I'm going to show you how this works and how convenient it is. And if you get one, I swear you'll never look back, because this is just a whole lot easier than, like I said, using the type that you twist. Because like I said, if that's in a bad area and it's got grease on it, it's just going to be, it can be a pain in the butt to take off and attach properly. So quick note about these grease guns. You know, I kind of feel like I got cheated a little bit of rod because I bought this nice grease gun and basically had to rebuild quite a bit of it. So keep that in mind if you're shopping for a new grease gun. Pay attention to how long the hose is, and if you're going to need a longer hose. And it's not so much as if you'll need a longer hose, it's how flexible it is. So this is so short that it doesn't have any bend, and there's just not any flexibility if you have to get into a tight fitting Zerk fitting or location. This hose is nice and flexible, so I think this will serve all my needs for greasing vehicles, tractors, lawnmower deck, whatever. So anyway, let me show you how this works. I was actually going to try to use this on a Zerk fitting on something outside, but it's not working. This will be a lot easier. So just imagine this is the Zerk fitting on your whatever, car, suspension. You press the button, it opens up the jaws, slide it over the fitting, release, and that's that. Now I should just have grease coming out of this little tip. May have to bleed it. Where hold on a second. Okay, yeah, I had to bleed it and prime this so it makes sense. So I can feel the pressure in there now, so it should be coming out any second now. Oh, look at that. Ain't that crazy? Now that's what I wanted from this needle point. There's that fine little thingamabobby. Ugh. But as you can see, there's no grease coming out anywhere where it's not supposed to be. It's coming out where it's the tip, and that's what I wanted. The other one was going everywhere. And to release it, you just push the button, and there you go. Simple as that. So just if you're going to replace the grease gun you have, overhaul it, rebuild it, or get a new one, just keep these things in mind. I would definitely invest in one of these Lockand Lubes. They weren't but like $10 on Amazon. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And as always, y'all have a great day. I'll see you.